All right, so there is a second question, a follow-up of my last video. And the question is more about, well, what if you are a single mom, single parent, doesn't have to be a mom. What if you are a single parent, but you have to actually work? Like you can't split your schedule to the point where you're doing it in the morning time and you can't do it in the evening time when the kids are asleep. You have to work during the daytime because that's the hours that you have. So maybe about a couple of months, maybe 6 months of me transitioning to the schedule that I'm on now, I had to actually work during the daytime because I couldn't change my schedule. So here's what I did, and here's what I suggest that moms do. And so the first thing that you have to know is that kids require attention. Like that is just a given, that they require attention. However, sometimes we think, especially when they're younger, that attention has to be like constant, nonstop, 24/7, round the clock attention, and they can't be bored, they can't be independent or anything like that. So I want to debunk that myth. I actually provide supervision to the providers of Triple P in Mecklenburg County. And the tools that we use in Triple P is dosing. And dosing, just like when you take medication and you don't take the full bottle all at once, you take just a dose of it, whatever it is prescribed to you as the dose. That is the same thing that you can do with attention. You can give doses of attention that are very short periods of time. So like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes of dosing. And it meets your child's need for attention in that moment. And so what I would do is that I would segment my day. So I knew that my meetings would last anywhere from like 30 minutes to 45 minutes at a time. And during those 30 to 45 minutes, I could not be fully hands-on with my child. And so what I would do is that I would segment her activities during my meeting times. So for example, first meeting of the day is 8 o'clock. During that 8 o'clock meeting from 8 to 8:30, 8:45, she would have her bath time or she would eat her breakfast. And then after the meeting ended, I would give her a dose of my attention. So I would spend 10 to 15 minutes of full on throttle attention where she is getting it from mom. She's getting all her sensory needs met. As a matter of fact, I use a curriculum, and the activities in the curriculum are about 10 to 15, at max 20 minutes long. And so a child my child's age, a toddler, can't attend to material more than 20 minutes at a time, maybe 10-15 minutes at a time. And so during my breaks, I would just engage her with a actual curriculum activity. So we would do our circle time in those 10 to 15 minutes. We would read a book during those 10 to 15 minutes. We would do something that was connected to the curriculum that we were studying, the topic for that day. And then the second segment of my day, let's say for instance, 9 o'clock, the 9 o'clock segment, she would be eating breakfast or taking her bath. And then the third segment, I would set up an art station. I would set up like a full-on art station that was really, really engaging, that had lots and lots of everything that she would ever want to play with. And during the third segment, I would allow her to free play in the art station. And then I would give her a dose of my attention. And then I would let her do some free play, like with imagination stuff. So she has a whole... Listen, my living room is now her playroom, so she has a little bit of everything in there that's set up for her. So I will let her do some free play maybe. And then for my lunch break, it would be all about her. So I would have working lunches. And so for my lunch break, I would take her out, and that's when she would kind of get her physical activity in, just kind of play around the yard, do something physical around the yard, go outside to the playground, something, right? And then we come back from lunch. I would eat my lunch, of course. I would have a working lunch, and then maybe she had speech therapy. And speech therapy nowadays is virtual, or they come to our house, and so she would get her speech therapy in virtually or in person. And then I would just, continue on throughout the day with segmented activities. The whole thing is that you have to plan the day. You have to actively plan the day, know what you're going to do, have all the activities set up, and they learn that they can be independent. They learn when to not talk to mommy. They know when the sounds are coming out of the computer, don't talk to mommy. They know, like, you can put something on the door that says, okay, it's okay to enter now. Like, they learn through routine and repetition. So don't let your schedule even stop you from your goal or your dream of homeschooling your kids. So those are my suggestions. And if I think of anything else, I will come back on, but those are what I can think of for today. All right, bye.